Yeah. So Troy, what I really need to get across to people is if they really want this on iTunes, if they want to be able to just listen, just get the audio for this, they've got to, like maybe they don't have to go and do the whole Patreon thing, but they've got to actually hassle me about it. Go and get on Facebook, get on the Twitter, or email us at podcast@comicsonline.com and say, hey, I want it.
You know what you need, Kev? ComicsOnline.com needs a Gmail.
Well, we have Gmail. All of them forward to Gmail addresses. This is an internal secret. It's not secret anymore, but that's just policy. That's what we do.
So are you done stealing my attention? Because I'm actually trying to get into this first issue of Batman Arkham Knight.
So,
yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Hello again, and welcome to the Comics Online podcast, Season 15, Episode 23. I'm your host, Kevin Gaussoin, and with me today, as usual, is our co-host, Troy David Phillips, store manager here at Flashback Comics and Games in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Yes, indeed. Happy to be here. And among tomorrow's releases, can't help it, gonna shout this out. Bring that microphone over here, Kevin. Batman Arkham Knight, comic tie-in to the video game, the incredibly anticipated video game. This thing, I was just flipping through it, checking it out. It is amazing. If you were a fan of the previous Arkham series, Arkham Unhinged, I believe was the last one that finally wrapped up.
Okay.
This is even better still. Artwork is fantastic. It's Peter J. Tomasi. I'm going to show you a little bit there. A little gruesomeness with the Joker.
I'm liking that art. It's this Bogdanovich.
Yeah. And not John Bogdanovich from earlier in comic art history, but this is actually a Victor Bogdanovich, who I'm less familiar with. But man, look at that stuff. That is just so freaking good. Just in the first few pages alone. I mean, I'm 5 pages into this thing. I've been given the Joker on a slab. I've been given a new electrocutioner. It's building up. This is going to be really good.
It's expressive. It's detailed. If I was going to start back into Batman today, or that is to say tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, March 11th, 2015. I would get that.
Yeah.
Even though this is a video game universe rather than.
Yeah, and you know what? That's just fine. The Infinite Crisis video game tie-in, which ties into the PC game,
right.
The MOBA, the Injustice comic series, which ties into that game. They've all been good. So this is also.
That's what I've been hearing.
So I would assume that you're going to get your copy of the game. You're going to lock yourself in the basement and play it for 16 consecutive hours until you beat the game.
That sounds wonderful. Can I get a babysitter? You want to watch my daughter? Because I'll do it. If you'll watch Cora, I will. I'll play that video game. I'll read some comics. I'll buy extra comics from you.
Oh, watch out now.
But yeah, that's my problem. I've been having to sneak downstairs and answer the phone. No, I've been having to sneak downstairs, and I've been getting back into playing what's it called? Guitar, not Guitar Hero, but Guitar Smith, right? Yeah, Guitar Smith. That's a fun one. It's one where you use a real guitar and plug it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so you ready to get on with the rest of the top 5?
Yes, sir. Let me just you hold your own mic, and I'll do your stuff here.
All right. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, here he goes, folks. Taking it off.
That's right.
Brittany, play that funk music, will you?
You like that?
Beyond the Wall. Oh, look at that.
Game of Thrones coming soon. I can't wait.
Game of Thrones shirt.
Yes. North of the Wall. That's where I'm going. That's where the action is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ant-Man number 3. Now, you may have already picked up the Marvel Cinematic Universe Prelude comic, the Ant-Man, which ties in more closely to the movie, and that is amazement in and of itself. I very much enjoyed that. This, however, this takes us through yet another day in the life of Scott Lang, single parent, superhero, former Avenger, trying to pull his life together, trying to do right by every single aspect of his life, and finding challenges. And these are very humanistic and real challenges that having superpowers just doesn't solve. The Ant-Man series has been really good, and like I said, we're only up to 3 issues, but man, absolutely loving it. Scott Lang is a character that I like Scott on so many different levels, and I appreciate him as a divorced parent trying to be involved with his daughter's life, trying to be, a good role model, and, and also trying to be
alive.
The superhero.
He's had problems
Ant-Man.
with that.
Yeah. Well, that's a really complex set of stories.
But he's
right
back, and hey, Stature, Cassie, I'm back,
Yeah.
so it's cool. And my very first,
show him that one.
My first favorite issue, comic book issue with Ant-Man, which was of course that Avengers with Hawkeye and Ant-Man on the cover, and of course the villain
was the Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yep. And there. Yeah, that's a beautiful one. I actually
have 1 and 2 of this because I'm gonna have to buy this.
I might be able to help you there, Kevin. I might be able to.
It's only on number 3, and I really do like Scott Lang.
Well, you shouldn't have been snoozing. You should.
I really was snoozing, and and there were some days, and this is my fault, of course. There are some days where I'm like, I don't follow everything, and we're trying to rush. See what rushing does? Makes you miss out on Ant-Man number 1.
Makes waste. So,
story of my life. So your next one.
Oh, we're going to shoot all through mine?
Might as well.
All right. Let's go from Marvel to DC, and once again, into a video game tie-in. Now, I'm a big fan of the Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat franchise. I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat X, but the comic series, thus far, this has me as excited for the game as the game itself. We have old favorites back like Sonya Blade and Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Goro, Johnny Cage, and we have more backstory on Outworld and the War of the Realms, and new characters, more about Raiden and Raiden's strange family, if you will. Mortal Kombat X has been a brilliantly executed, action-packed, fast-moving. Every issue gives me an exciting Mortal Kombat, which I guess we've come to expect from this. Again, the artwork is beautiful, and Raiden.
Yeah, well, that other page had Raiden on it.
Well, give me someone else then. Sub-Zero. Yeah.
Sub-Zero for you.
Yeah. Because again, if I say the artwork is beautiful, we got to have a picture of it, and it is in fact quite beautiful.
And so I'm not familiar with this Sam Peer artist. The cover artist looks good too. Ivan Reese. That's good as well. Sorry. I'll lean in a little bit.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, this looks totally readable as a book. Which we've all been let down by adaptations in the past, and that one doesn't look like there's any danger at all. So far, of all of the Mortal Kombat comics, I've read several of them, Blood and Thunder, and some of the others that followed after that. It was a 6-issue series. Right. I've enjoyed them, but I like this best so far of the Mortal Kombat adaptations. Now, moving on to number 3, I'm getting independent with it. Yeah. And to start with here, Boom Studios. Boom. 9th issue of Big Trouble in Little China. Continuing the adventures of Jack Burton, and Egg Shen, and Wang Chi, and the Orange Orangutan. Everybody Wang Chi tonight, or actually tomorrow. Tomorrow on Wednesday, you can Wang Chi. Well, so you know what old Jack Burton says. Jack Burton says a lot of things, not all of which I can repeat on camera right now. So, yes, answering a question a lot of people have asked me here in the store, this series continues the adventure from the film. It is not an adaptation of the film. So, if you've seen the movie, if you love the movie, and you should have,
You really should have.
This is a ridiculous page. I have to show this.
Well, of course. There will be pages of ridiculousness, and you know what? That just goes right along with the flavor of the movie. But, yeah, absolutely loving Big Trouble in Little China. 9 issues in. I just can't get enough. That's going near to the top of my read pile.
I didn't realize it was going to be an ongoing. I just thought it was going to be like 4-issue limited series, and that was it.
Well, apparently John Carpenter's got more in store for you.
That's fun stuff.
That's what you get for not paying attention.
He's right again. Come into Flashback Comics, and Troy will tell you how he's right, and your previous thoughts were not quite as correct as you would like them to be. Mm-hmm. Your next one, do you have it? Wow, you're really going independent.
I'm all over. I love the writing of Dwayne Straczynski. And Dwayne Straczynski himself is a really, really nice guy. I won't say that I love him. I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. But he was a very nice guy who chatted with me at the Baltimore Comic-Con and signed a bunch of stuff for me and posed for a picture, which unfortunately didn't come out, so I'll have to have him do that again. But this is his hyper-violent vigilante character, X.
And was he the original writer of X back in the 80s?
Actually, I don't recall. I wasn't reading the series then. I came into X just a couple of years ago. It looked really interesting. I picked it up and went through it, and I'm glad I did. And I'll tell you, as I called him a hyper-violent anti-hero and vigilante, he is definitely that. Dwayne Straczynski does not pull the punches on this one here. Yeah, throw that up there.
That's a good one. Yeah, I just wanted to get one that's not too terribly violent for our viewers.
Yeah. 2 hands on that one there. So, Dark Horse Comics. And this is from the Project Black Sky imprint. Now, we'll wait till we get the high sign there. And if you'll just come right down here with me, I'm going to flip toward the back. Not quite that far back. Darn it, where is it? Oh, next issue is a conclusion. I shouldn't. Don't look at that. You'll spoil it. X is having some tie-ins, and I was hoping that I would have a map in this issue that I could walk through that with our viewers. But come into the store, and I will walk through the Dark Horse X and the tie-ins with that. Lastly,
Troy loves Valiant.
I do love Valiant comics. Valiant comics are absolutely lovable comics. This week, Valiant drops the new Ninjak #1 on us. I will be completely honest with you. When I heard about Ninjak back in the 90s, the first time around, Valiant, Acclaim, etc., I thought, wow, that is a really dumb name.
Ninjak, that's when you're wearing all black and no one can hear you.
But I read that #1 issue, and I thought, wow, that actually reads better than it sounds. At this point now, I no longer make fun of Ninjak for any reason. And I was jazzed when Ninjak found his way into the pages of Unity. Now that Ninjak has found his way into the pages of his own book, I am really excited. So I'm ready to jump into this. If you remember the writings of Matt Kindt from Mind Management, Dark Horse's book, Mind Management. Then here we are. He is at the helm of Ninjak, along with Clayman and Butch Guice. I remember Butch Guice from a variety of Marvel works.
That for a while he was going by
Jackson.
By Jackson, and then of course the joke was, oh yeah, you got that Butch juice. I don't know why that was funny among my friends, but that's what we would say.
So beautiful looking book. Definitely excited. You want to check out Ninjak #1 from Valiant Comics. Are you ready yet?
I'm just looking at. Oh, and they're in the back. There's another story. It's 2 stories. There's a whole other story with a different artist. So, hey, 2 stories.
No. What? Not a different artist.
Just different style.
The
style looks different.
It was, where did it go? It was Matt Kindt, and it was Butch Guice.
Oh.
I was looking right at it. Trust me, it's in there.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
As you say. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, so the first one didn't have the Butch juice. The first story was the other guy, the Clay something.
Clayman.
Yeah, Clayman. Good old Clayman. Anyway, so mine.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You wanna do the holding for me? We've got a couple of variants. Star Wars #3 comes out this week, and we've got a couple of covers here. I'm showing you the variant, and I believe Troy is showing you the less rare variant.
Yeah, the action figure variant.
The action figure variant.
So I'm going to pop this open here and show you some Star Wars goodness.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure I was going to like Star Wars, but I'm thinking they're really delivering.
Absolutely. Well, okay.
What have you been
you have Jason Aaron at the helm.
Hard to lose.
You have John Cassaday at the art chores.
Yeah.
So what more do you want? So I give you Star Wars, a story franchise that you love, with the characters that you love, Luke, Leia, villains you love to hate, Darth Vader, a writer who's awesome, an artist who's awesome. What more can you ask for?
I'm always afraid they're just going to break it, know. And I just that's my problem with these new Marvel Star Wars things. I'm always afraid, because when it was Dark Horse, I'm thinking, whatever, they're just going to run with it and do whatever they want, like they always have. And they did a great job for many years. But then it came back to Marvel, and this is a whole new set of rules. This is kind of a different direction, different universe than the Dark Horse one, and so I'm just worried that they won't do as well as the Dark Horse one. And you're right. Obviously, the creative team is awesome, and I shouldn't be worried, but I still am.
Yeah, I mean, I'm well past the point of trying to compare one to the other. Dark Horse had their time, and it was beautiful, and it was magnificent. They had great creative talent, but now it's back at the helm at Marvel, back under the umbrella of the House of Ideas.
Yeah.
So let's give these Marvel creative teams their just due and let them do their thing.
Yeah.
So you ready to...
Speaking of Marvel, we've got some more.
Not yet. Not yet. No, we're going to do that one last.
Oh, we're going to do that one? I was going to do that one second to last.
No.
All right.
We're going to jump right in here.
Ready? All right. Hey, we've got Spider-Gwen. Hopefully the camera will auto... Hey, is this going to work, Mark?
Sure.
All right. Anyway, here we've got Spider-Gwen. This is number 2. And this is, of course, spinning out of the Spider-Verse series that recently came out. And this is, the beautiful alternative cover here, variant. I was kind of worried this would suck. Because, the way they've treated any alternate versions of Gwen thus far have been shaky at best. And this Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, has been kind of fantastic.
I'd have to agree with that, for just being one issue in, this now being 2 issues. But, I enjoyed her in... Spider-Verse and the Spider-Verse story that followed on.
Yeah,
so, just rolling right along there. And
speaking of spiders,
look at that!
Got Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, number 11. Of course, Ultimate Spider-Man went for 200 issues. Then there was a stack of additional. Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, and then for the past year, just about, we've had Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, and it's been fantastic. He's been one of my favorite characters.
And I'm just looking at the cover, and look at that, Ultimate Doctor Doom.
Now, Ultimate Doctor Doom has not been my favorite. I'm definitely a fan of regular Doom. Particularly now that, he's like, okay, Valeria, I'll try not to be such a jerk.
Yeah, I was just digging the fact that the Ultimates version of Black Widow was
also in here.
Her thing on, that was.
Oh, and I love the art, and of course it's Bendis. So while he takes forever to tell his story,
he tells it very well.
He tells it very well. You've got all the details.
Yes, indeed.
You know how many times they've used the restroom since issue 1. There's a tally. I'm sure it's on Wikipedia. Anyway,
so what's next on our hit parade?
Next, speaking of Matt Damon. We've got Colin Bunn. Hellbreak number 1 comes out this week, and this is from let's say Cullen Bunn's alma mater, almost Oni Press, where he broke out. He and his partner in crime there did both The Damned and of course the fantastic ongoing The Sixth Gun. Well, this is a bunch of people going into hell and breaking them out, thus the name. There's more to it than that, but we got the PDF of this a while back. Cullen sent it to us directly, and so I've already read this, and this is fantastic. But you can have it for only $1. The first issue from Oni Press is $1, so make sure you come here and try to get their last copy before they sell out.
Yeah, really.
Or they'll probably end up having to get more.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
and I will gleefully do that.
Yeah.
So. Well, that was 4.
That was 4.
So I know what you're